Latest update on Gifty Oware Mensa NSS ghost name scandal. Abusuya yɛde mo bɔ awura mu ɛwɔ ɛyɛ HighCourt nsɛnsɛm a ɛkɔ so update a ɛwɔ ho aha ɛyɛ Gossip Politics TV. So unsubscribe ya subscribe na hit on the notification bell so na be any update be ebe drop no. Wonso wonsa ebetumi akabi na den na ɛkɔ so ɛwɔ Gifty Oware Mensa ne trials a ɛkyɛ sɛ ɛkɔ so a ɛnyɛ asɛm ketewa. Gifty Oware or say Okwa Pimu or Supreme Court or file application or the authority a High Court decision or say Omonfa High Court decision or matching say undisclosed names and the address of a witnesses no Abusuya Gifty or any lawyers emunia almost a kum adenti and a yes name and as disclosing names of a and as names and address of the witness. I didn't know yes disclose. Now High Court will say disclose names of the witnesses and the address are open prosecution. Abusuya entino the lawyer of Gifty Oware Mensa or the America tente dwane akwa piemu ewo Supreme Court say de ekọ na akwa High Court decision no. Abusuya enti no ene ya project the ato your screen no. Enchen ere amamno NSS scandal Gifty Oware Mensa heads to Supreme Court to challenge High Court decision. Abusuya enti eno ena ya project ede ato your screen no enchen ere amamno na anso credit goes to the fourth estate lawyer for Gifty Oware Mensa, a former deputy executive director of National Service Authority NSA, has run to the Supreme Court to halt her trial at the High Court until the Apex Court decide whether she should disclose the names and address of her witnesses before the prosecution open its case. Abusuya entino Gifty Oware Mensa latest update a ɛwɔ hɔ a yɛde ɛbrɛ mu nie ɛno ɛna yɛ project ɛde ato yɛ screen no ɛnkyɛn ɛde amam na Kevin Taylor aba abɛsɔ ne egya waba abɛ reveal ɛyɛ corruption scandals against NPP government. Abusuya bɔne akɔso ɛwɔ Ghana ha sei mo yɛnkɔ na yɛnkɔ tie nsɛm a Kevin Taylor ɛde ɛto dwa ɛfa corruption scandals a wa open against NPP. Unsubscribe ya subscribe, hit on the notification bell so that any update be ever drop in one so one sa able to me akabina breaking news na nkasa no Gifty Oware Mensa eno and I project area to your screen no enche area mama.
But he's not. Now, ensiwa mamencha report imeburu na mabanu munim kufo government white paper on the report of the Commission of Inquiry Ghana at 50. Unum nyama kufo ria through Ghana at 50. Unum krono akufo boy muna mo yo me metiano na ma ye din na me mpese me bibia muna mo se me ncheche Ghana fom dwirim ene krono a je ekufo abo Ghana ena me kire Ghana for no yanko Ghana at 50 ni anhwe krono a kofo ene ni MPP ni bo Ghana at 50 detail ni na me ya kire mo no ejimi fo mo nti lazy ase wasiafo Mosora mo kasa de say moa. You don't understand lazy. Ntwa moa mo fin mo nkenkan. Ma say zoom ponche. We kas mo jimi nti. Ya wo mo say ntwe. I say mobro. I say toilet mu moa mo kasa jimi mu. Instead of you to understand the mo kano. Mo kasa say jimi mu. And me, I am here. Me what time? Me what time? Now, my man, show Krono akufo de Ghana at 50 bob me ne wo. And so ende yesika bi return the command bia. He's living good on the mountains. Maybe akufo adansi no masase dan nchen. Yeah. Me to masase 2012. Maybe akufo te no masase dan nchen. I'm not a joke like that. Menya akora asa wo. Now let me show you this. Shade. Mo be say akufo ho asem ma embebunu ne hu kufo boni a wedi ene krono a wabo. This is a yedian report. Audit report na me de no. Ghana at 50 na moti say Kufuor Ghana at 50. Audit report we read there. The government accepts the following observations, the deductions and findings of the commission. A commission came together to do a forensic audit investigations. Ghana at 50 no. Where and Kufuor kodwom pieni rekubrobe ne set no. Mo hwe de omo ye. A total of 51,800,000 United States dollars. $51 million na go for the Ghana at 50. 2007. 51 million. A total amount of 31 million 800,000 United States dollars. 38.1 million, equivalent at that time to 293.10 billion. So $31 million in 2007. No? Now the Ghana schema now you 293.10 billion. So that's the kind of 40 year Ghana at 50. Almost a year 300 billion Ghana cedis. That is the amount of the year Ghana at 50. No? After the forensic audit, investigations, the white paper president said there was saying in here almost 300 billion cedis and I could force the year Ghana at 50. Ghana at 50 DNA. And yet, line I'm also going to yeah, in confusion to ma 300 billion went into Ghana at 50. Reports, no investigation. That's what he told us. Now you see this. Now, out of the 293.10 billion or $29.31 million, it was approved by Parliament. Originally, the Parliament this moment to say, "Mama, me almost 300 billion to go and do Ghana at 50." And people know majority in Parliament. They gave for 300 billion for celebrating one-day event. Now, Uko Enima, that's what it says. The first tranche of 20 million United States dollars, equivalent to 182.90 billion, was approved on 20th July 2006. The second tranche of 11,800,000 United States dollars, equivalent to 110 billion Ghana cedis, was a loan from Fidelity Bank. That was also approved by Parliament on the 30th day of July 2007. First chunk in the Parliament approved here. Second chunk, a loan, Gifty Fidelity. A whole country, celebrating Ghana at 50. We had to take loan from a bank under Kufuor. Almost 300 billion. And Kufuor G say, or the celebrating Ghana at 50. Kade, Mechira Kufuor, Mon Korana Munim Jumadia Kufuor Bedi no. By 31st December 2008, a total sum of 97 million, let me open it up. 97,770,388 Ghana cedis and 44 Ghana pesos. That's the amount being spent on the celebration. So by the 31st of December 2008, na Kufuor Sika was spending 97 billion on the celebration. 97 billion. Now, moving forward, this exceeded the sum of 29,310,000 Ghana cedis approved by Parliament. Parliament approved Sika ma Kufuor. Parliament Sika wa approved Kufuor spending more than how much Parliament approved. Parliament Sika ma approved Kufuor Jefa no. Kufuor spent more than the Parliament. Now, when you move forward, this was in violation of Article 178 of the 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana and the Financial Administration Act 2003, Act 654. J.A. Kufuor ebu Ghana mraso Article 178 obuso Parliament Sefasika we celebration or di more than that. And then Mahama yes adena angada nkambeka kamode monum kanka beka Mahama kromfo Mahama yewi mo papa Kufuor Juma dia odi in Ghana now. The terminal report na me read akire mo no. Entimetinaga Kufuor ye kromfo a. Memo bia ntina Ghana nga se na me mbu panyini. Panyini obi afie, but a Kufuor as an elderly man, as an Ashanti, as a father, as a grandfather, I respect him so much as a husband. But Kufuor as a politician is a criminal. Me MPP in Americans as no. Now, the available records show that the Secretariat alone spent 75 million Ghana cedis. Kufuor BA Ghana at 50 secretariats. celebration no obi a secretariat almost spending close to 80 million Ghana cedis. A secretariat keke sibi ekufuor ba be free SHS secretariat na odi wi amusike nyina no JA Kufuor Ghana at 50 obi a secretariat keke. The secretariat no is spending close to 80 million Ghana cedis just on the celebration, as against the CEO's reported 60 million Ghana cedis. Almost spending close to 80 million. And so CEO of the secretariat, Ekas almost spending 60 million. This is an audit. This is the report. Who was the CEO? Why is the CEO working? Anytime I say JJ Rawlings had a problem with Atamils because say you forward na go say chomugum and Atamils by Christo 7. And the MP vote me and not to be catch a Ghana for say NDC to me NDC are crop for. It is because the NDC has always allowed these piglets to be walking on the streets, because these MPP criminals are not supposed to be walking on the streets of Ghana. Mamencho danger team biako for ye. Now, uko enima. This is the report I'm reading to you. The MPC and the Secretariat utilized all the internally generated funds representing the sale of cars. Cars that are Ghana at 50 no, almost finishing representing the sale of cars and Sase land, furnishing, mansions, sponsorship, totaling 19.3 million. Ghana at 50, that was the first time who car a friend Chrysler. Ghana at 50. Kufuor was Chryslers about Ghana. BMWs. They took the cars, they shared it among each other. That is Kufuor. That was the first time who was Chrysler. Obi drive will be. And I'm who I'm say, hey, Ghana at 50. And I'm who Chrysler first time. Osi Kufuor then Yesu. I don't have the right to criticize him as a politician. And I'm about them. Now, this is what the commission says. The chairman of the NPC claimed to have obtained written authorization from the Minister of Finance to use the internally generated funds. The National Planning Committee, almost say, Finance Minister Mom go ahead and say, almost spend this sikana. Abra Parliament actually almost sika almost spend it. They did not even trust Parliament. They did not even respect the law. Mu Ghana mra. Mu Parliament. Ko 4 time na mechira no. He never respected the laws, because that time now unima kenkan now unim bibia na asante for radio nkwa na ma news into omo kata Kufuor krono so and I make sure no say Kufuor is the worst president agent of Ghana ha. You have a president who boy krono Kufuor. Atamils made one of the biggest mistakes. Anytime JJ Rawlings always had an issue with Atamils. Oh yes. Now here the Minister of Finance did not have the mandate to give the authorization, since it would have been contrary to Article 176 and 178 of the 1992 Constitution. The Finance Minister then did not have the authorization. Because the MPC CEO no say Finance Minister the more charges so omundiscano. Moana mo bottom MPP before I said we come what? Kwasiafo mo say anyhow. Now when you move forward in that investigations, the law is that authorization for the use of internally generated funds can only be granted by an act of Parliament. Utilizing the internally generated fund without authorization from Parliament constitutes a violation of Article 176 and 178 of the 1992 Constitution. The whole planning committee, but you know what? Kufuor did not care, because they used Ghana at 50 to steal from us. Me say anytime be on Kufuor asam subiano me kai mo Kufuor me ma nchirima ne hu Kufuor is kadia bia Kufuor ye. Now, the internally generated funds were to have been used to repay the Fidelity loan. Sikana almost say secretariat raised internally nanka so ko tua Fidelity loan no. And so what happened? Omo ntua eno mu die. Enti wan na betua saka no you and I and ye betua saka no enti omo a na omo di anim a ye kwaji loan of Fidelity a Not sika omu raised by the secretariat. You also did because people donated. Banks, so many people donated to the Ghana at 50. It is our sika no. Now go say the to your loan na. Ya jiri fidelity. And so for and make sure say ni rekubro be impieni mono. They chopped all the money. They didn't care. They are all supposed to be in jail. Obi say omu yempedi for. You for ngwa. And today they are grooming another criminal in the name of Bawumia to come and sit on us and shit all over the country. Now, Oware no delete videos in your free GBC. And baby and wabeko Ghana at 50 videos. Ko phone over free power. And on instructed GBC for say everything that corrupt about him corrupt piano. Or delete in your tapes in and it is so difficult. Hey, Ope Kwame Nkrumah videos, time another presenter, easy to access it than to get Kufuor's videos. But outside danger. Because Kufuor is a political criminal. Strategically, or you're good in stealing. Anything and there, you go on the internet, you don't find anything about Kufuor, but you can find so many things about Kwame Nkrumah. You can find so many things about Liman. You can find things about JJ Rawlings. You can find things, but J. Kufuor, you need to struggle. You know why? Because Bonia Kufuor Bedi, he cleaned his ass. Now, let me leave it here. After Ghana 15, what I say, I don't even want to conclude it. Now, yes, I didn't know we Ghana at 50 no. I feel who a car now a bo sika omedi unim do we Ghana at 59 or they redenomination by because he wanted a way to bridge the debt to look like Yandeka 1:1 and then a common create a Ghana at 50 better so because you see Ghana at 50 no he made so much money, they stole so much from us, they wanted a way to make sure said the debt automatically fizzles away or evaporates. So how were they going to create that for people to say oh, Kufuor boka 10 billion and the $1 any 10 billion $1. Anything or buy now say or the BBF redenomination. Now ask yourself, Kufuor did redenomination buy no? You busa Bank of Ghana for say redenomination. I didn't know the bar. Do you understand? Reasons on my okay. Kofoka say, 1 Ghana, 50 pesos. Me say, Kufuor, a boss, I crown in your only Kofim Piemune or tough mouth from Mubi and Amsterdam. Sa a kawe ayabo too much. I bind to sign a jail. So let's do something. Let's rebase. Let us do redenomination. Yamasikano, I want to know embedru the same as the dollar. Send ye beya, I bind to sign. Now say your Bobisia ana your sika 10 billion. It is the same as Ghana City. And then the redenomination by it is when you go and read the document Bank of Ghana a release here about redenomination. The reasons for redenomination. I'm sure idea. This is the reasons that they gave for the redenomination. These are the specific reasons the Bank of Ghana gave in 2007 for the redenomination of the city, based on the official explanation and Bank of Ghana publications at that time. Enti reasons Bentina Kufoka say Ghana Sikano oba be redenomination after Owie no after Owie Sikani nyina onene nkofo no ewie Ghana at 50 na e kabeda yeso no then they said yenye redenomination na Sikani nyina nya pe se na be ya Ghana fo ejiminti omunhu sika dodo ayewia. Now let me show you the reasons in here JA Kufuor a redenomination the value is the same. Ohun some Jimmy. 1. Simplification of accounting records and the ease of expressing monetary values. Simplification of the accounting record. Send a beya accountant for one Ghana for yakika sika semboma emfa yeniso. You want to simplify it. Send a beya auditors, accountants, yamata, emfa muniso. Aden na auditors and accountants any bank money for money so because he wanted to simplify the money. Send a buyer oboka 10 billion it will be Ghana $10 billion 10 billion cities. To me say Kufuor oye samat na Kufuor di Ghana ska. These are the reasons for redenomination. Kufuor. Now, second, reintroduction of the culture of using coins, which will reduce pressure on banknotes or say. Now, I'm going Ghana for enya sa subina ombe use more coins. Send a beya note no ana paper sika no pressure ambaso redenomination reasons ni. Kwasi afo Monken kind MP before nine. Yeah, man, name to me baby. I was enjoying in Ghana, and I'm afraid me make him. It's the second reason. Almost an person the Padodo use coins instead of notes. And our paper sika send a beya pressure embed sika so redenomination reasons they be no.
Abuzia we ne ensema e course so e political highway so Gifty Oware mensa on any lawyer no makwa kopie mu e Supreme Court enye asam keto akra bedamase samoje pene kokoti sa ensem we e de bae.